morning, folks.
Morning.
So we are back this morning with another Morning After reality recap. I'm Jasmine.
I'm Jalen.
And before we get into it, I want to acknowledge we have a couple more subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, guys. And so we are going back to a different show, Love After Lockup. I understand a few subscribers came because of Real Housewives of Potomac, but this show is popping too.
Yes, it's a good one.
I like it. And so, this is like the second part of the season?
Yeah.
Something like that?
They had a little break.
Yeah, a little break. They went back to some old couples catching up on them. And now we back into it. So if y'all haven't seen it, y'all should catch up.
Yes.
And come watch our recaps and reviews.
I'm excited to be back to this one.
So this was season 3, episode 13. So the episode opens up with Maurice and Jessica. So we see that Maurice has finally been approved to get his travel pass.
Yes.
So he can live in Vegas now.
Yeah.
He just has to go back and check in with parole.
Once a month.
This is good for them.
Yes. Nice.
And then we also see a little moment where Jessica may be pregnant. She's late.
And he said, "Go get the pregnancy machine." And I'm thinking, sir, I don't remember how long you were locked up, but I'm pretty sure it's always been called a pregnancy test.
That's a guy right there. And he said later on too when she had to pee on it. Did you pee on the machine? So next we check in with Destiny and Sean. So we pick up where we left off with them after, Kelly has called and Destiny then punched Sean.
I'm gonna say Sean got knocked out.
So Sean is leaving for work as this is all happening. So he has to go to work. It's interesting though that as he's going to work and stuff, he just wants everything to be good, you know?
Like you didn't just get punched in the face.
He's been violated and all, and he's like, I hope everything's fine.
And in the car, I was trying to question if he was like, like getting choked up while he was talking, like about how he didn't want to leave things like this. But I'm like, but he kept like touching his face. I'm like, maybe it's
he's
just
hurting.
Yeah, the pain of his punch.
He go to work, even talking to his friend. He wants things to be good. Then he also want his money to be good.
But that's the first thing he said. When what's his name, Hector?
I think so.
He was like, well, if she want to go, let her leave. He's like, yeah, but if she leave, I'm out $50K.
So sometimes I'm like, oh, he's just worried about his money. But then he says he still want to marry her. So
yeah, I don't get it.
Guess it's a combination of things. And then we see Destiny at the house. She calls her sister. And she on the phone like, she not dealing with disrespect, no trust issues. Mind you, this is the same Destiny who has shown she ain't trustworthy.
Right.
Been lying.
Has no intention to be faithful.
Yeah, trying to go on dates with people.
Right. Some nerve.
But now she did admit to something. I said, okay, at least she knows. She said, I'm crazy.
Oh, right. But she was proud of it.
Next, we see Lindsay and Scott. So when we last left off, Lindsay was having her, breakdown over this messy house. And everything she thought it would be and how it's not, right?
Right.
But we see her now in better spirits.
I guess.
Sometimes she was in a good mood in that car. They on the car ride. She just got her ankle monitor. Yeah, compared to how she was, she was settled in with things.
I was say she's acting like a brat the whole time.
But she calls her daughter on the phone. And we hear, I guess, a little more about how Corona has really been sucky with her situation. Because she is now free from jail. She's been ready to see her child, but she still cannot because of coronavirus restrictions.
Right, yeah.
So that does stink.
Be frustrated. So Scott's been sleeping on the couch. And I was thinking this whole time, if you got an ankle, you can't leave your house anyway. And she's still crying about decorating. You're going to be home. You're not going to have nothing else to do. It's going to get decorated in the next 2 weeks for when, what's her daughter's name? I forget. Her daughter come stay with them. So she can stop complaining. Because I don't know if you caught her shade when she said, what did she say? I'd rather have this ankle bracelet than a diamond ring or something like that.
Oh, for real?
You didn't hear her say that? She was doing her little, I don't know, I guess they give them a camera to do video stuff on their own. And Scott's face was just like, just such a brat.
Yeah, it's hard to believe he's been sleeping on the couch this whole time.
In the house he bought.
Yes, indeed. Now we see Quaylon and Chevelle. Now, this used to be my good old Quaylon and Chevelle. It's starting to change, I think. But we see them going to meet with Chevelle's pastor. And so Quaylon sits down with him, has a pretty honest conversation. You know, he's feeling a lot of pressure. Things are moving too fast.
I was kind of just very understanding. Like when I guess you have to put it all together, yeah, that's a lot to adjust to.
Yes.
Like now.
Yes. But you know, there's two sides to the coin. Because it's a lot. But he agreed to all of this. And maybe it was easy for him to talk when he was in jail. But he's had a lady's life on hold for a couple years now, thinking, you know, things were going to be one way.
Yeah, but him talking about even like just getting a job, having to feel like the stress of like that on top of everything, you know. Like I guess he, as a man, and him being what he seems to be, like he would want to be able to take care,
be stable.
Yeah, like and then it's harder because you have your record. So I understood like that extra pressure, and then her family, extra pressure. I get it.
Yeah, that part's understandable, but some other things come into play, and I'm like,
just that scene. I'm speaking for that scene.
And the pastor asks Quaylon who's been his biggest support.
Right.
He answers his mom. Now, I was even like, what? I was surprised to hear that. You know, yes, it's his mom. But I feel like Chevelle's been there, holding him down, in and out of jail. You know, she got him the vehicle when he came out. Threw him his little celebration. He been staying with her.
I was about to say, and hasn't he been staying with her?
Yeah, because the mom and them, they live somewhere else, right?
Oh, right. Yeah. I didn't think about the fact that they were in a different state. Yeah, he's tripping.
So I seem maybe a little inappreciative.
Yeah.
I'm not liking
how much
the direction it's just going.
Yeah.
Then he also tells the pastor he's confused about where he should live. Has he told Chevelle this?
Right. That's where I think I was just like, this sounds like a lot of lack of communication.
Because that whole time she was thinking he was going with her. Until the mom says something. The mom thinking he going over there. Is he just telling everybody what they want to hear?
Right. That's what it sounds like. And if he doesn't have his mind made up, then he needs to express that. Yeah.
He playing with people's lives.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Chevelle's life. Who's been on hold for all this time waiting on you.
Right, yeah.
That ain't right.
That was her pastor. She's trying to help you. Now that I'm thinking about it. She brought you there. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Now we check in with Tyrese and Chanda. Well, she would just say Tyrese. This man right here. So it's a whole 2 months later.
2 months. I didn't even.
I know initially you don't know how long. Then when we hear he haven't talked to her, heard from her,
nothing.
had an answer call in 2 months.
Right. Since he dropped her off at the bus stop.
Ooh, my goodness. Since she got her little money, got her fur coat, and she got up out of there.
Yes.
So his daughter comes for a visit, his daughter and grandchild. And they talking about this. And the daughter's saying what's real. Like, you know, seemed like she used you.
Right.
She ghosted you.
And he is in denial.
She didn't use me. What?
What did he say? I'm getting nobody. What did he say? He would know if somebody was using him.
Do you think I would let him use? Yes.
Clearly. As long as she got that body yaddy.
And he tries to say, what if she's locked up? The daughter says she would have wrote you by now if that was the case.
Right. Maybe she forgot my address.
She know your address. I said, go ahead, daughter. Let him know.
And I was thinking, I guess that's true. Like, wouldn't he drop her off at like a Greyhound bus?
Yeah,
like the bus could have took her anywhere. She could have gone anywhere from that bus.
Well, she was supposed to
So
go
she
there.
could be gone.
Didn't she have a parole place to go to? Or?
I think, yeah, she's supposed to be going to like a halfway house type of situation.
Oh, you saying she could have not showed up?
Right. She could just be on the run.
But even still, if she was into him, she would have called him.
Right, yeah.
So now we check back with Maurice and Jessica. They didn't use a pregnancy machine, and they find out they are pregnant.
Yes.
I figured they was pregnant.
Oh, you thought so?
Beginning.
I was like, I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, when she said she 3 weeks late.
Okay. You gotta be.
And then it seemed like, did they even go to the store and get a test? It all happened so fast, it seemed.
Well, she said she had one. Or she said she got one already.
Oh, okay.
In the last scene, yeah.
Okay. So, yes, they're pregnant. No, Maurice is very happy. He actually says, we're pregnant. That was cute to see.
Yeah. His whole
not like, you're pregnant. It's
nice.
like, we are pregnant.
Yeah. Even though he has his concerns, he was still very much on board.
Right. And so here he has valid concerns, which is like, I'm barely stable. I'm just getting out. I don't have, income coming in. He wants to be able to provide all that stuff. But he's still happy. And so that's
right. He still plans on
being
a father.
Now, Jessica's happy as well. She's just concerned about what her parents going to say. As she should be.
She said, no, we can't tell nobody. We can't tell nobody.
I know, but it's early on, so I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it. Now we see our newest couple, Dylan and Heather. And so it's the same day Dylan's left the prison. And they're going to go stay with her Aunt Diane. She's had a flood at her apartment, so now they're going to stay with Aunt Diane. And so they arrive. So Aunt Diane is there with another one of her aunts.
Yeah, Aunt Stacy or something.
And it's all going smooth. The Dylan, he was so nice and kind, very appreciative that they let him stay there. And he's just getting to know them a bit.
Just mingling, being friendly.
Yes, it's going very well. You would think. But Heather is walking around with an attitude.
Just, what is wrong with you?
They're exchanging photos, showing family pictures.
Normal stuff as you're meeting family members of your spouse or fiance, I guess. Are they married?
I think they're supposed to be married.
Okay, then your spouse.
But she kept saying husband.
Okay.
But yeah, she's mad about this. She wants him to herself.
Completely. Don't meet my family who's letting you live here.
Right.
For who knows how long.
Like maybe my Aunt Diane might want to talk to him a little bit to know who won't be in her house.
Right. After he just came out of prison for 5 years. After 32
y'all
times.
Living with her.
Right. Yes, a mess.
And so she come out. I don't feel good. I'm gonna lay down. He said, okay, I'll come with you.
Right. Even still, he's like, I'll come with you. When I feel like anybody else would have been like, all right, and would have finished their meet and greet.
Right. He sensed her attitude, and he was trying to, instead of escalate, he's trying to, oblige. Okay,
he's trying to be a good husband.
We can come with you. I can come with you.
Right.
We can lay down. No, I don't feel good. I'm going to lay down. Like, what?
And he's better than me because even if I peeped the attitude, I would have still been like,
you tripping.
Right. You're tripping. I'm trying to meet your folks and be polite. Even if I don't feel like in this picture myself. Like, I'm still just trying to, we just got here. Like, no, you're doing too much. We can fight about this later, but you're doing too much. Go lay down.
But he follows her to the room. And she still got attitude.
And she's still just like, no. And the more she's saying no, I'm like, Dylan, go sit down. She's saying no, clearly, so let her go.
Now we see Lindsay and Scott again. And so Scott has arranged a nice surprise. He has Lindsay's daughter come for a visit. Excuse me. Since she can't see her, they have a visit through the door. That was a nice moment, sweet moment.
Right. He tried to set up something.
So,
but they were all excited. So it was nice. It was nice.
That was
Scott's
nice.
trying.
He's trying. Hopefully he got to sleep in the bed. Now we check back in with Quaylon and Chevelle. So they get in the car from leaving the pastor. And Chevelle asks Quaylon, how did it go? What did y'all talk about?
Mind your business.
None of your business.
Oh, none of your business. And I was immediately like, what?
Just snippy.
Like, where is this coming from?
He said with a smile or nothing. None of your business.
Didn't look up, nothing.
Chevelle, I was like...
That's one of those moments where you gotta just snap back into yourself.
And she handled it very well.
Because I'm thinking, like, I feel like that's the moment she had. Like, I feel like I saw it in her face. Like, whoa. Do I snap? Do I not say nothing?
Shoot, your natural response is like, why you got an attitude? Hold on. Then, you know how it be, she was already, you know, noticing things.
Right.
You ain't tell me good morning this morning. You told Malia this morning good morning, but you ain't say nothing to me.
Right. When you was in jail, you had time at 7 in the morning.
And she noticing differences. I'm sure she noticing stuff. It's legit. I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
But then, you know, he'll be like, what you mean? It ain't nothing. I'm tired. It's early.
Right.
But if it's different, it's different. And I can see it's different. We can see it's different.
My thing is, why don't he just tell her? Just communicate with her and tell her how you're feeling, what's going on, if it's all the pressure. If it was in the confession thing, he talks about the all her family members kind of ganging up on him or putting that extra pressure on him too. Like, just tell her.
Now, whatever pressure he's feeling though, shouldn't be having him acting mean to her.
Right. I feel like it's one of those, he's going through his own stuff and he's taking it out because she's there type of thing and always around.
Yeah, he's not being considerate.
But if he would just tell her, then maybe she would back off. Back off in the sense of like, all right, let me give him some space to think or not feel pressured.
Yeah, he says he needs time to adjust. Things are moving too fast. He needs time to himself. It's unfortunate that he didn't know this before he got out of jail when he was committing to be in this relationship with this woman who has a child who's been waiting on you.
Right. Or if you didn't expect it, because I guess you are more confined to just that in jail, you know. But you need to tell her. When are you going to tell her? When she waits another year?
Now we get back to Dylan and Heather. So again, Heather and Dylan, you know, they're talking. Heather's mad. They in the room, right? Aunt Diane is serious about this photo sharing. She's coming with something. Dylan, I thought you was coming.
We still waiting on you to. And Heather, Aunt Diane.
Aunt Diane already knew Heather mad. She was not caring.
Right. But she even said to herself, I'm not dealing with it. I'm not going to the hospital because her. Like, I can see her after saying that to the other aunt, like getting up, like, I'm gonna go.
You don't get what you talking about. Where that picture at? So she go in there. Hey, where'd you go? Never mind. It's okay.
And poor Dylan, he's just like, yeah. He's trying so hard to be so polite.
So yeah, Heather says how she wants to spend time with him. She can't deal with them trying to hog him. And so
they just got there.
But they about to leave. And so in the nicest, most polite way, Dylan tries to explain this to them. Yeah, we're gonna go. We might be back tomorrow or next day or a few days.
And part of me is like, poor Dylan, like, they clearly already know how she is. He didn't even have to explain. They already know clearly she's just.
It seems like he knows a little bit
too. Well, he's finding out, huh?
He's a little hip. Because remember when he called her borderline or something?
Obsessive, yes. No, this is past borderline now.
So they ready to leave out. And Dylan's being so patient. I haven't seen 1 ounce of anger or, you know, nothing. He's so cool. And this is his first day out of jail. He did all this extra.
And he even spoke on, like, how, like, the way she's talking. And I feel like that's a thing. Like, that would turn you off. That would just be like, ugh. Like, why are you talking to your family like this? They're helping you. Even if they weren't helping you, they're your family. They're elders. Like, and you just straight disrespectful.
And yet still he held his composure the whole time. And so when he gets in the car, Aunt Diane talks to Heather a little bit. She said, you don't need to be jealous.
And that's how she was acting too. Like a jealous fool. Like these were two young hip.
Trying to take her in, huh? Before Heather leaves, Aunt Diane put her in her place. Well, I forget what she said.
I can't remember.
But she ain't putting up with the boo.
Right.
Now is Aunt Diane on oxygen or something?
Something.
Did she have
look like
Heather putting this lady through all of this stress on day 1. I think Aunt Diane said, I'm not dealing with it.
She said, I'm not going to the hospital on this.
Raising the lady blood pressure.
Right. And Heather has no mercy. Something's wrong with her.
So she leave out. She just screamed at me at the top of her lungs. She did. You can tell that was her. But she don't realize that she was doing too much.
Right. Which is an issue. Like, how did, like, even if you were like, I just want to spend time with him. Don't act like you're 5. Stay in the room and wait then. Be patient. But then it wasn't even clicking to me this whole time until Dylan said it. Like, he's not even supposed to be leaving. He's leaving right now because you're acting a fool and to trying to make you a little bit happy. The whole time, he could just go to jail off of you just acting so stupid.
He told the grandma, because I said, Grandma, oh. Aunt Diane. He told Aunt Diane. Aunt Diane said, what did the man calls?
All right.
He said, he won't call and mess up. I don't know when he calls. Then we hear him say, they can pop up anytime, 24 hours a day. Lastly, we check in with Destiny and Sean. So we see him get off of work. And he doesn't know what to expect when he gets home.
Rushing home.
And when he gets there, from what we can see, it looks like she's not home. And the episode ends.
Yeah. I feel like if there is one of those moments where like, she's not home, and she's gonna be like in the bathroom.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for her to be in the tub or something. Yeah, maybe she's out back. But that's where they ended, leave us in suspense.
And the preview looks.
Ooh, we see the preview for the season.
I'm ready.
It looks litty.
Catch up if you're not there yet. Come on.
Yes, and I see Quaylen. He's gonna be disappointing me more and more each day.
I'm gonna need a new favorite couple.
I was rooting for Quaylen and Chevelle.
Yeah. I'm thinking about the preview. I'm ready.
And he seems so like he don't care.
Yeah.
But now we gonna see. We gonna see. Y'all leave a comment. I should have said that earlier, but let us know what y'all thought about the episode.
Yes.
Who's your favorite couple? Who you rooting for? Who don't have a chance? Dylan and Heather. It's like, no.
Just
two half of them. Lindsay and Scott.
Destiny, where you at?
And now Quaylen and Chevelle, they might not make it either. Is anybody? Oh, Tyrese and Chanda.
I'm about to say Jessica and Maurice. That's all we got.
Yes, they got the best chance. But yeah, subscribe, like. But that's it for today. We'll see y'all next time. We'll be back for Real Housewives of Potomac on Monday.
Monday.
All right, y'all.
Bye.